Then we have this. Do you know how many people went and completed the application for Obamacare?
Wasn't it 36 million? It was 36, 37 million, something like that, I think. And of those, I mean, not all of those signed up. I think like 25 million are enrolled now.
That was only the first week, though. We're
that
up
was
to
the first
29 million now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right.
First week, people who took applications, and tell me who does this. You can't go online and find out how much you can save. Instead, you have to go on and fill out everything.
Yeah, you have to sign up before you can compare
out
all of the
you have to
programs.
Give them all your health history. You have to give them all the information, Social Security number, everything else. And then once you fill out that application, then it will say, how much is it worth? Okay? And this is what you can get, and here's what it's going to cost. Now think of that. That's like saying I want to, and only a Chevy Volt would do this. I want to go in and test drive this car. Okay, well, you're going to have to fill out an application to buy it. Well, how much is it? Well, I can't tell you that until you fill out the application. Well, I just want to test drive it, and I just want to find out how much it is. I can't tell you that until you fill out this application. That's insane. Nobody would ever do business that way. It's insane.
And that's one of the big reasons why the site is failing over and over again.
And it is also one of the reasons why they actually have higher numbers than have signed up. Because what they're saying is the number of people that have filled out applications. And when you say you filled out applications, you just assume that means that, well, if they filled out an application, that means that they want it.
Pads the stats, basically.
Right. No, they don't. They just want to see what price it is, but they have to fill out an application to find out what price it is. How many people have filed in the first week an application? Remember, it takes 7 million people in this system to keep it afloat. 51,000. 51, this according to the London Times. Or, I'm sorry, the Daily Mail.
Yeah, because no American publication would carry this.
No.
Nobody was apparently interested in the story in the United States.
Right.
51,000
applications?
51,000 people.
In the first, 2 weeks?
In the first
13
week.
days,
First week.
51,000 people completed the applications during the website's first week. Meanwhile, 40 million people are without health care. Congressional Budget Office says Obamacare needs at least 7 million customers to stay afloat financially.
And that's not the number of enrolled. The number of enrolled federally that enrolled through the federal program, 5,000 enrolled. The number through the state programs was 25,000. So 30,000 people so far up to this point have enrolled.
It's an utter,
30,000.
Utter disaster.
A total and complete disaster, because the first week or the first 2 weeks of a rollout are your most important.
Look,
it's like the first week of a big movie.
Yeah.
That's going to be your biggest week, not your fourth biggest or your eighth biggest or your 10th biggest.
Unless it's so great.
Week.
Unless it's so great and it's a sleeper. I mean, you can't have something.
The only one I've ever seen that continued was Titanic, and that was like 20 million consistently week after week after week. And I think it stayed as strong in subsequent weeks.
So you're saying, I just want to make this clear, you're saying that Obamacare is not like Titanic.
I'm saying in some ways it's exactly like the Titanic.
By the way, there's a story in Forbes today talking about why they did what you just described. Why do they have people signing up?
May I?
Yeah, sure.
I think it's because that way they can tout the bigger number. And they have all of your information.
I think those two are part of it, but I think there's a third reason. And the reason they talk about in Forbes is if you went to the website without giving them information, you would see an unsubsidized price for that policy. So you would see a policy that would show the true cost to the American people of what each policy is. If you go there after you give them the information, the price looks much more sensible because they're including all the free money they're giving you from the government. So the way they designed the program was specifically designed to hide the true costs of each one of these policies. So people like us couldn't just go to the website and make fun of all the high prices. You have to go through the entire process, and that way there's a layer there to hide the true cost from the American people. And this is because there's no other. I mean, obviously the information is vital, and obviously boosting their numbers is vital. But the idea that you would design a system where you have to log in before you actually see the prices makes no sense if you want people to actually buy it. But if you want people to not realize how much it costs, then you do it that way.
Here's what we need to do. What we need to do is then sign up and take screenshots of all of the prices and put them up on the Blaze.
Well, the problem is once you sign up, you get the subsidies built in. See, what they want to do is hide how much of it the government is paying for. They don't give you the unsubsidized price because they want you to know exactly what level of subsidy you'll get before you get in there. I suppose you could do that if you signed up and claimed really high income so that you didn't get any subsidies. Maybe that would work. But the point is they want you to see this post-subsidy price. So you're saying, wow, Obamacare is really reasonable. Well, it's not reasonable because that's just a bunch of money the government is giving you to pay half the cost. But in reality, it's costing the American people a lot more than that. And they don't want that to go out and get out.